Okay, now that we've got all these colors loaded, what I'd like to do is look at when we traverse the array, right? Let I be 0, I is less than colors.length, I plus plus. This thing that I loop through colors I, colors 0, colors 1, colors 2, colors 3, dot, 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 as I keep going. And I access all of the array elements. This displayed all of them, but what I can also do is inside of here, inside of this loop as I traverse through the array, is I can test this current color and only display the ones that I want. So for example, maybe for some reason I just want color names that are shorter. Maybe there's some long ones, maybe that are 4 letters long. There's a bunch of those. So what I could do is I could simply go if colors at position I, right? So that'll look up the string inside of my array at position I, which is 0 or 1 or 2. And strings, this dot length property that we do, that works on arrays, right? 1, 2, 3 dot length. But it also works on strings as well. Okay, so I'm going to go dot length, and if that equals 4, then I'm going to add that color, right? I'm going to create a div with that color in it to my string and then display it. So we can kind of filter, right? Instead of doing all of them by adding that if statement, I can filter and say I only want the ones that have a length of 4. Let's see if that works. Aqua, blue, cyan, gold, gray, lime. There we go. So those are all the ones with the length of 4. And maybe, and you can do obviously other things here. Right? You can go less than or equal to 6. Right? And these will be all the names, all the colors where their length is less than or equal to 6. Cool. And of course, there's all sorts of criteria. We could look up the, oh, this is going to get, okay, I got an idea. It's going to be a little crazy though. When you do a string, you can actually, a string is kind of, you can kind of think of it like an array. It's kind of, whatever, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but the letter A is at position 0, the letter B is at position 1. So you can actually do square brackets and access individual characters inside of your string, right? A, B, C, D, oops, 3 is 0, 1, 2, 3 is D. So let's say I wanted to look at what this word, the color started with. So I could go square bracket, because remember, colors at position I will be a string, and then I want to look inside of that string at position 0, which is the first letter. And if that first letter is equal to an A, let's say, we'll get all of the colors that start with A. Cool. Maybe W. Wheat, white, and white smoke. Z, are there any? None. B, we probably got some blues. Beige, bisque, black. Oh, we can't read that text. Blanched almond blue, etc. Okay, now in addition to this, okay, so this is, and you can do whatever criteria you want, right? You could do more complicated things. I could go do an OR, right? So let's say colors I0 equals A or B. All right, you get all the A's and B's. Anyway, in addition to this, what we can do, that's a common strategy, is to do a count. So before the for loop, we could initialize a count variable to 0. And then inside of the if statement, right, if the current color matches my criteria, not only am I going to add it to my div string, I am going to, sorry, my indentation was weird. There we go. I'm going to go count plus plus. Actually, I made my indentation weird. There we go. So count plus plus simply just adds 1 to it. So as I traverse, right, as I loop through all of the colors, if the color matches my criteria, then I add it. And for now, I'm just going to do what do I want to do? Let's go div string, and I'll go plus p. Actually, let's do our backtick. And I'll do a p tag that'll just say count $, count /p. Okay, so I do my div string, and then I just add that paragraph at the end. And let's see what that looks like. We'll save it and count 13. Cool. Let's go back to, I'm curious how many 4-letter words there were. Colors, there were 12 of them. Okay, how many 8-letter words are there? Anyway, 10 of them. Wow, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. Okay, so as I said, the key concept that we're learning here is that as you traverse, right, as you loop through your array, you can add an if statement inside of here to check for some sort of condition. So instead of printing all of the colors, we only print the colors that satisfy this condition. Okay, and then in addition, we can also do this count, where we can initialize our count to 0, and every time that condition is true, add 1 to it, so that we know the total results. Okay, that's all I wanted to cover in this video. Traversing the array to display some of the elements and being able to count them as well. Using that, this is, I think they call this an accumulation algorithm, right? We're accumulating, increasing this count variable by 1. Okay, hope that made sense. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.